On the 8th of September 2022, Buckingham Palace, home to the world's second oldest monarchy, gave the word that the Queen of England, Elizabeth in Alexandria, was under medical supervision at Balmoral Castle in Scotland after her doctors had expressed concern over her deteriorating health. The English Commonwealth wasn't particularly perturbed at the announcement at the age of, 96, and the Queen had continued on her royal duties without much difficulty, with her latest exploit being appointing the newest Prime Minister of Britain, Liz Truss. A few hours later, about 6:30 in the afternoon, the Balmoral Castle revealed a piece of shocking news. Queen Elizabeth had passed away at 3 the same evening, surrounded at her bedside by her 4 children, her 2 daughters-in-law, Camilla and Sophie, and her grandsons, William and Harry. Princess Elizabeth was born on the 21st of April in 1926 in Mayfair, London, when her paternal grandfather, King George V, was the King of the English. She was baptized in Buckingham Palace by the Anglican Archbishop of York on the 29th of May. Her name, Elizabeth, was derived from her mother, and Alexandria, after her paternal great-grandmother, while the name Mary was given after her paternal grandmother. Her only sibling, Princess Margaret, was born in 1930, and they were educated under the direct supervision of their mother. As per her governess, the princess loved horses and dogs and possessed an attitude of responsibility superseding everything else in her life. Princess Elizabeth began undertaking public duties during the Second World War in service of the Auxiliary Territorial Service. In November of 1947, she married Philip Mountbatten, Prince of Greece and Denmark, in a relationship that would last 73 years until he died in 2021. She became the mother of 4 children, 3 sons named Charles, Edward, Andrew, and a daughter called Anne. She was coronated as the Queen of England at the age of 25 years after her father's death in February of 1952. They made her the Queen of 7 Commonwealth countries of the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Republic of South Africa, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Her reign as a constitutional monarch saw through major upheavals in the politics of Northern Ireland and the decolonization of Africa, and the more recent removal of the United Kingdom from the European Union. As a stateswoman, she became the ray of hope in times of a Cold War, buoyed by her visits to China in 1986 and Russia in 1994. She also arranged the meeting with 5 different popes at the Vatican. With the death of the democratic world's most powerful monarch, it really didn't take long for conspiracy theorists to start putting up baffling stories on the web. A Facebook post had allegedly claimed that the Queen had died a signature while ago, but the 8th of September it was supposed to be. I meant to say a significantly long time ago, before the 8th of September. The conspicuous also shed light on stories of pedophilia and child trafficking surrounding her mysterious death. The claims were rubbished by a fact-checking website. Another claimed side effects of the COVID vaccine being behind her untimely death. Queen Elizabeth, along with her husband, was vaccinated in 2021, and she was infected with COVID-19 later on. Side effects from a vaccine don't suffice a year after its administration, and hence, this particular claim was considered unviable. Queen Elizabeth II had ailed miserably from chronic back pain over the years and was compelled to undergo knee surgery in 2003. The operation aimed at removing a torn cartilage from her damaged right knee. Although the surgery produced excellent results, the problems reappeared in the long term. Especially in 2018, they were worsened. In 2013, the 86-year-old Queen had to be hospitalized with a bout of gastroenteritis. She recuperated quickly and resumed her royal duties with her old charm. The disorder didn't leave a lasting impression on her health. 2018, though, while recovering from her knee operation, the late monarch had also gone through a cataract procedure. Cataract, a disorder that causes the clouding of the lens of the eye, can precipitate symptoms of clouded vision. After the surgery, she didn't report any problems and was dispatched back home pretty soon. The Queen also had tested positive for COVID-19 earlier in 2022, and had experienced mild cold-like symptoms and was quarantined at Windsor Castle. Being vaccinated, she didn't exhibit the aggravated symptoms, as would have been worse. Since the Queen passed away at the Balmoral Castle, her death certificate was published by the National Records of Scotland sometime later. The records followed that the Queen had died of natural causes, emphasizing old age as the only reason. Even though she had refused to compensate for her duties, It wasn't an unknown fact that the Queen was steadily weakening. The death certificate stated that the Queen had passed away at 3:10 p.m. on the 8th of September at Balmoral Castle in Ballater, Scotland. It was confirmed by her doctors and signed by Princess Anne, who also happens to be her daughter in the presence of the Crown Prince Charles, her son. Nevertheless, Queen Elizabeth has conferred a state funeral held at the Westminster Abbey on the 19th of September in 2022. After a private ceremony with her close friends, she was interred at the George VI Memorial Chapel where she would rest beside her husband. She was given a 96-round gun salute in London, and her death ceremony was attended by 500 heads of states around the world.